Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, they're doing Once Upon a Time. So I guess they had one last weekend in Vancouver, and apparently it was good. Though I wasn't there, so it wasn't great. But I'm doing one in Chicago. So if anyone is in that part of the country, whenever that is, I'll be there. In April, I think. Anyway, I'm actually looking forward to doing a Once Upon a Time one, but I am going to miss a lot of you who aren't Once Upon a Time fans.
No, you're not.
Because I know that the crowd there is going to be sweet, but it's going to be different. It's going to be different than your Supernatural crowd, that's for sure.
Do they do karaoke?
There's a weird faction of people that like both, and I say weird lovingly, but there's some people that just cross over between those two shows, and but then there's some people that don't at all. So it's gonna be different. I'm probably gonna have to really tighten up my game up here, and I'm gonna have to keep it PG.
They're not gonna party like us.
I'm not gonna be able to hump anything. Probably should do. No humping jokes. Unless Oscar comes out as Ariel.
Yeah.
Then, all bets are off. I don't know if you saw that. If you did, I'm sorry.
I do have my picture, Gil.
What's that amount?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello. Since Henry Winchester was a man of letters, and after he died, we didn't actually see Sam and Dean burn him at the Hunter's funeral. Kind of looks like they buried him with his fresh grave, his a marker, and he has the bloodline. Could you convince them to bring you back either as resurrected or a vessel or possibly possessed? Would you do that? And try to convince them to do that?
I would love any of those options, really. I don't know if I can convince them anymore. So Adam Glass, who created Henry, had been fighting to bring Henry into the supernatural world for several seasons, and in season 8 he finally got to introduce Henry, and he wrote this awesome character, and I got lucky enough to book this part and got to play Henry. So Adam and I, we're friends through this whole thing too, and he's a wonderful man and an awesome writer, and I consider him a friend. And unfortunately, Adam is no longer on the writing staff for Supernatural. But he definitely planted some seeds, and there was a lot of things he wanted to do with Henry and the Men of Letters. He had a lot of really, really great ideas, and he planted some seeds, and I'm hoping at some point, the producers that are there are going to want to go back to that and actually do something with the Men of Letters and Henry, because I think there's a lot there that they could draw from. But unfortunately, the one person that I could call or text or whatever is no longer with the show. He's doing his own thing now. So, but yeah, I mean, I've pretty much made it known at every one of these conventions that I want to come back on the show. So, if the producers aren't hearing it, then I don't know. We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you. Span off. Sound like Jim Gaffigan. Span off. 5 minutes.
Hi.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Good. Number one, you could and should be in a Western.
Thank you.
Yes.
See?
I don't know why that was a question, but yeah. So you and your wife and your puppies took a road trip down Lake Sam and Dean. So what are your highlights and lowlights?
The highlights and lowlights of our road trip? Well, we did two very, very, we drove from LA to New York last April, and then we lived in New York for 8 months, and then we drove back from New York to LA right around Christmas time, and we took, I think, 2 weeks to do that, because we did a few stops along the way for Christmas and to see family and that sort of thing. I do much better in a car, road tripping, than my wife. She's like, I don't think I'll ever be able to get her to do another one. So for me, it was all highlights. I'm just kidding. That felt flat. Being in the car with my wife for 2 weeks straight was just awesome, you guys. There's no downside to that at all. Trying to make up for that earlier comment. No, highlights were just, getting to spend time with her, and the dogs the dogs did great. We just like made a little like cubby in the back for them, and they just kind of slept, and it was just fun to get to have that experience with her, and we saw some really cool places along the way, and got to spend time with family on the way home. We did North Carolina at my brother's house with his wife and his sons, and my parents were there for that, which was really special, and then we got to spend some time with my wife's family in Louisiana, and it was just a really nice holiday, that I will remember forever. Low lights of being in the car with someone for that long, strange smells.
Plus the dogs.
It's the dogs. I mean, it's a good thing about having them in the car. You always got somebody to blame it on. It's low lights eating fast food for, it's hard to eat healthy when you're road tripping, but good thing there's a lot of Chick-fil-A's in the South.
Woo!
Ate a lot of Chick-fil-A. So yeah, overall it was great. We had a really, really great time, but it was really nice to get home, and pull into my driveway, and the dogs were super excited, especially Willie, because he hated New York. I mean, he hated it. He's not a big city dog. He's not a big city dog. He's like, since we got back to LA, like I literally will walk out in the backyard sometimes, and he'll just be like laying out, like sunbathing, like his little tail wagging, and he's just so happy. Hey guys, come on. Hey Mitchell. Michael. All right, we got another one here. Hey.
Speaking of Broadway, I'm interested in being on Broadway, and I was wondering if you had any tips for succeeding in it.
Tips for succeeding on Broadway. Well, I have yet to succeed on Broadway, so, but my only tip would be just work really, really hard, and because it's a really competitive group of people in New York City trying to do it, There's a lot of talented people there. The few auditions that I did get to do when I was there this past time, I mean, you'll be waiting to go in the room, and some of the voices you hear, there was I was at this one casting office, I think there was 3 or 4 different shows casting at the time, and some of the voices you hear coming from these rooms, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like the best of the best. So, just work really hard and believe in yourself, because a lot of it is confidence, You're doing great.
What happened? What'd you do? She's upset.
Dude, I was just saying, this has just been the weirdest Q&A I've ever done. So I don't know what you did to this crowd before I came out.
Listen, man, shit happened this morning. There was something. There was a moment. A lot of people converted to a religion that I started this morning.
Is that what it is?
A lot of people.
What's
my tribe.
What's the religion?
I don't know. The Church of the Holy Dick.
Wow.
Church of the Dickhole.
I don't like it.
Let me tell you something. Don't knock it till you tried it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worship at the altar. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
You damn well do, you pig. How great has today been? I think today has just been fantastic. Super great. You know what it is? It has been one of those super crazy, at least from our perspective, the energy has been super cool and unique and interesting, and it's probably what you're experiencing.
I totally killed it, so good luck getting it back.
That's not true. America loves Gil McKinney.
I almost fell off the stage.
Now we're having a conversation. That's interesting.
Yeah, it was probably a highlight of my panel, actually.
Really? What was the low light?
Humping the
question
railing.
I was trying to answer when I fell off stage.
Good one.
Not the question, the answer to her question. That was probably the low light.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's so many.
I know you heard a little sampling of his voice. Truly a gifted man on stage. He's going to be singing with this very band, Songs Me, tomorrow night at the Saturday night special. Gil McKinney with the full band.
Thank you, guys. I hope you had fun. I love you. I'll see you later.
Tomorrow night. Gil McKinney, everybody.
See you tonight.
See you father figures. Come back, Gil. You didn't know it. Gil! Get out of here. Sing your part. He will be your father figure. He has had enough of God. He will be the one who loves me to the end of time. That's how we do it.
That's how we do it.
At the altar of the dick. Thank you very much. Come here.